Hey guys, welcome back to the Weekly Entertainment Bubble. I'm your host and MyHighPlains.com correspondent, Erin Rosas. We are having a great show today, considering I brought in two of my good friends and digital team members into the group to talk about some incredible stuff. So I want to start off by bringing in the very talented David Gay, digital producer and reporter. Hi, David.
I don't know how talented I am, but I appreciate being here.
Yes, and then now we have Keenan.
Hi, I am also here.
We're going to have an awesome time recapping. Are you guys ready to do it?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Okay, so we are going to start off with Britney Spears and Elton John, the collab that was announced. Not a lot has been announced about it, but it's reportedly titled Hold Me Closer. Now, this kind of makes me segue into different alternative collaborations that have been done. Is there some favorite collaborations that you guys remember in your time that have really brought joy, sparked joy, as Marie Kondo
Tony
would
Bennett
say?
and Lady Gaga, hands down.
Oh, no, I got one better. Islands in the String, Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton. The best collaboration.
You know what?
That is really good.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a valid
100%.
For me, I'm going to go way back to the 80s. I think this was actually early 90s. Linda Ronstadt, Aaron Neville, the one that's like, and I don't know much, but I know I love you.
But we're also missing, Willie Nelson and Toby Keith's Beer for My Horses.
Also, Rita Moreno and the Muppets.
Sure.
Oh, so good collaborations. But I'm going to bring us back to this Britney Spears and Elton John one. So this is her first song that has been announced since her 13-year conservatorship has ended. So good for her.
Absolutely.
I'm assuming it's going to turn out. You know what? It has a seal of approval from Paris Hilton. So
Does that mean something?
It's reported that Paris Hilton has heard it, and this is what she said, okay? And if it has Paris Hilton's seal, okay. She's like, it's going to be iconic. I just heard it a couple of days ago in Ibiza, and it's insane. So you know it's great.
You know, I will say that Paris Hilton, generally
She's
has
your girl?
she has a very good, she's definitely one of the modern leaders for like camp in our time, I think. So I trust that. If she says it'll be iconic, I trust it'll be iconic in some way or another.
I don't know how to respond to this. I don't know.
I don't know how you're not ready. This is going to be the song of the winter. You know how you have the song of the summer?
So is it going to be like Taylor Swift, like her past few albums then? Because those are like very sad and melancholy. Like those are songs of winter.
I feel like it's not going to be melancholy. I think they might do a good pop upbeat song.
I don't know if Elton John can really do melancholy effectively. I mean, I know you have an argument, but
I do.
I don't know. Every time I just think of Elton John.
Candle in the Wind.
Yeah, but the point is the concept of Elton John in my brain immediately sparks joy. So it's no matter what I'm listening to, it's impossible for me to be
I was just going off of Aaron saying it could have been the song of the winter. So that's the first thing that comes to mind. Sweaters
I guess, but a lot of people are very jolly during the winter.
I think also a lot of people want to do a collaboration with Elton John. He just seems like a fun guy.
I think
He's
that's
down
fair.
for anything.
Didn't he recently do one with like Dua Lipa or something?
Yes.
That was a very catchy song.
So Cold Heart, I did have that down as well. He did a song with Dua Lipa, Cold Heart, and it's very catchy. The music video is like clay figurines dancing around. But what do you expect? Do you expect anything less from Elton John?
Absolutely not.
Not at all.
So I think it's going to be and good for her. She's getting back in there. She's, doing collaborations and she's ready to move on. So fingers crossed it goes well for her.
Totally.
Yeah, I don't know if I expect it to be like Crocodile Rock level.
Okay.
But,
Crocodile. What is
Would you like to offer
crocodile?
context to the audience there, David Gay?
Yes, please.
No, just YouTube it.
When you said Crocodile Rock, I thought of Crocodile Dundee.
No, it's an old Elton John song, that's very,
Why have
very
I not
catchy.
heard this?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I need to go listen. What is it? One more time. What is
Crocodile Rock.
it? Okay.
I would like to see like one of those like movie music videos made with Crocodile Dundee and that song though, now that you've said it.
It would very mesh
It
well
makes
together.
sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I want to move on to some more heavy news. This was devastating, I think, for anyone who loves music of any kind. Olivia Newton-John, icon, musician, amazing person, has died at the age of 73. Her husband posted it on Instagram. Some tributes came in. I mean, I want to take this time to tell our little story or whatever we have about how Grease or Olivia Newton-John, her music, anything has impacted us, especially maybe when we were younger. Guys, anyone want to?
Leading question. Well, first of all, I will say that when I found out, I actually had my hand on the door to leave the newsroom, and one of our other coworkers shouted across the room to me, "Kat, Olivia Newton-John died." It was probably the worst way to end a workday that I could possibly conceive. That's working in our industry, number one. No doubt. Number two, Olivia Newton-John, light of my life, queen of my heart, was one of my very first... Grease was one of the first musicals that I ever memorized as a kid.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And I did end up in high school playing Sandy. Don't laugh. I played Sandy in our high school production of Grease. So I
think you could definitely pull off Sandy, the wig.
Thank you. My teachers also thought so. Thus the poodle skirt and leather jacket.
Yeah.
You can still pull it off now, by the way. I just want to go on record.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
You would rock it.
Thank you. So I became very familiar with the general Grease aesthetic and Olivia Newton-John's cultural iconism. So,
yeah. David, you want to add anything?
I don't know. I mean, Grease was one of the first movies I remember watching. I mean, growing up with my brother, I mean, we watched a lot of musicals. We watched a lot of the MGM musicals, Singing in the Rain, On the Town, Wizard of Oz. But Grease was right there, up there as one of the more modern musicals, I guess we were aware of, even though it was made in the 70s and set in the 50s. I mean, just some of the scenes just stand out to me, like, Hopelessly Devoted to You, obviously, one of the best songs in that movie.
One of the best songs ever made.
And then
it's really good.
Just the camaraderie on that cast. There's nothing like that. And there's nothing like Olivia Newton-John in that movie. I think icon is a good word to describe her, especially in that era of time.
Right. Also, can I just say the opening sequence, like the opening title cards of Grease, probably one of the best sequences I've ever seen in a movie.
Frankie Valli, man, didn't have to go so hard on that song.
Yeah.
But he went. It's one of the best songs in the movie, hands down.
Absolutely. 10 out of 10, no notes.
Exactly.
It's so good. And I love Physical. I really like Physical. You're the one that I want. And so, fun fact, I had told Kat this earlier, is Hopelessly Devoted to You. That song was not originally filmed when everything else was being filmed, but after, because it was in Olivia Newton-John's contract that she have a song for herself. And so they filmed all that after. And I can't believe it was an afterthought because it's the one song from Grease that got an Oscar nomination. So that kind of blows my mind. I'm really glad that she killed it, obviously. It was so good. It's one of my favorite moments in the film, along with, of course, where she goes bad Sandy. That's really good.
Absolutely. I really, honestly, I just really like Grease in general. I think I always really liked the ending of Grease because it kind of informed my understanding of, the story of The Gift of the Magi.
Mm-hmm.
And I read it like years after I first saw Grease, and that was my first thought at the ending. I was like, oh, it's like Grease, Danny and Sandy, because one decides to try and shape themselves and inform themselves according to the lifestyle of the other person and vice versa. And I don't know.
Yeah. I will say though, I haven't watched it since Olivia Newton-John died, but I have a feeling that scene where she drives up into the clouds with John Travolta make me feel a little bit different now.
Oh, yeah. It takes on a very huge meaning now that she's gone. Mm-hmm. But John Travolta, he poured out his love for her on Instagram. He basically said, "I love you so much. We will see you down the road." And he ended it, "You're Danny, you're John." So very, very heart-wrenching, beautiful stuff.
Full disclosure, I fully cried that day.
I mean, yes.
Actually, tears driving home from work.
So I looked up a couple more tributes. Mariah Carey talked about how she was such an inspiration, of course. We have the person that me and Kat, we are obsessed with Dolly Parton. So Dolly Parton, let her feelings
everyone
known.
should be.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah, so Dolly Parton saying she's happy their lives cross paths, and, she's singing beautifully with the angels. So, yeah, Olivia Newton-John died at 73, and it's devastating. And I think we all cried, and let's all go watch Grease together. I think that's what we gathered from this. We're all going to watch Grease.
And not Grease 2.
No, David. I had to turn don't say that. Michelle Pfeiffer is beautiful. I'm sorry. I know. How do you feel about Grease 2, Kat? I just want to throw it. I just want to ask you.
Well,
Kat,
it certainly exists, but in a way that I enjoy. It's one of those things where it's like Grease is one of those movies that absolutely did not need a sequel. However, the one that they made is the only one I think that it would have ever deserved. So I think that it's a very
David,
it's a very
don't
good
shake
example
your head.
of. I think it's one of those other examples of naive camp, right? Like Grease knew it was going to be a parody of the 50s, camp. Right? But Grease 2 went at its endeavor so earnestly that I can't not love it.
I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge of walking out. No, obviously Grease 1 was it. That's going to be the one that's incredible, well known. But I heard that Michelle Pfeiffer got Scarface because the director saw Grease 2. So completely different roles, but that's her range, people. That's her range.
I mean, yet another icon. That's the thing about Grease. It's like a little petri dish in which,
Stockard Channing.
I mean, she went to play President Bartlett's the first lady on The West Wing. So.
Stockard Channing.
Yeah.
I was like, who are you talking about? Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Who's amazing. She's great also. That movie is just incredible.
Also, the reason my car is named Rizzo.
There you go.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, I'm going to be watching both Greases just to make David mad.
Sorry to hear that.
David!
At that point, we have to, play the Grease 2 soundtrack in the newsroom just to harass him.
Yes, and to remember Olivia Newton-John. Grease.
Yeah, Grease 2. Remember Olivia Newton-John. Play Grease 2.
Normal soundtrack.
Absolutely.
For Olivia Newton-John forever and ever, and then I will personally just be listening to Cool Rider by Michelle Pfeiffer.
I know this might be cut out, but I can't go. I can't go in this podcast without saying something about. I have the soundtrack of Grease on vinyl, right?
Okay.
And it's from my parents. My parents got it whenever it came out in the 70s, and it's old, right? So it's very warped. Very, very warped. And both Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta sound like demons. Whenever especially on John Travolta's song "To Sandy," the one he sings in the drive-in.
Okay.
He sounds like a demon, and it brings me joy every time. And I mean, I think it sounds better.
I think that's one of the better.
I think it sounds better.
Listening. So you have all these conversations with the kind of analog nerds when it comes to music, right? Like, oh, CDs sound better because of this. Oh, tapes sound better because of this. Yeah. I think honestly and unironically, the peak form of musical enjoyment for me is listening to some kind of horrifically time warped vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It kind of sends you into another dimension a little bit. It's just very, very great.
I'm a CD stan, but I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I like CDs too. All right, guys. Can we talk a little bit about my pride and joy that I did this week?
Please.
It's my article.
Which is
and
great.
I know
Everybody
David.
should read it.
David, how many times did you read it? I just want to put it.
I edited it once.
Okay. Why are you the shadiest person who's ever lived?
Do you want me to lie?
Yes, I do want you to lie.
I read it 15 times.
Okay, great. Okay, so the article, myhighplains.com, you guys, if you want to just search, you could start out by searching 12 celebrities. It'll pop right up. So 12 celebrities you didn't know were born in Texas. And I chose not to do the obvious ones, which are, David,
Beyonce.
Kat, is there an obvious one? McConaughey? McConaughey?
That's how you pronounce
it. Yeah. And
that's
so
a word that you said.
That's a word, Kat. It's not everyone can say McConaughey. So
you literally okay, all right. That's fine.
Okay. So Amarillo people. Kat found one that I didn't know. Kat, you want to tell everyone, the people, what you saw, one that you found?
another queen of my heart. I have many. Carolyn Jones. She played Morticia Addams in the original Addams Family TV show. She was born in Amarillo, which is magnificent.
Yeah. So there's some credits for her, which surprised when I was looking her up. She has an Oscar nomination. She's also worked with Elvis Presley and King Creole, Frank Sinatra. I can't say people's last names.
Sinatra? See? That's called karma. You jinxed yourself, bud.
The last name is really, really hurting me. Frank Sinatra. A Hole in the Head. So she was done some pretty good stuff. So she's earned a Golden Globe and Oscar nomination.
Quite the career.
Absolutely. And she was born here in Amarillo, you guys. Anyone can make it if you just believe. Right, David? If you just believe, you can achieve. Okay, so I found a couple more. I think one of the most known ones is John Rich. A lot of people knew John Rich, who started Big and Rich, the country music duo Big and Rich. He was born in Amarillo, Texas. I think a lot of people knew that. He also won season something, 2011 Celebrity Apprentice season whatever. So he won that.
One of the most entertaining seasons of television ever created.
I think we need to tell the people, David, what we showed Kat the other day.
I mean, that season is just iconic. We've been talking a lot about icons. If that is streaming somewhere, I don't know if it's streaming somewhere. I mean, you got John Rich, you have Meatloaf, you have Gary Busey, you have Mark McGrath. I mean, you have Little John. I mean, it's just like the best cast, and drama ensues, including Meatloaf losing his paints and going on a profanity-laden tirade just to find, spoiler alert, just to find the paints in the bag in the corner. It's lovely.
To be fair, art supplies from Michaels is very expensive.
Sure.
On the other hand, most of the people in Celebrity Apprentice are richer than God. So.
But it's lovely. And it's really...
quite the
it was so funny.
As somebody who's never seen an episode of that show, I was definitely entertained.
Absolutely.
He just started screaming and became manic in less than 3 seconds. And I'm like, Meatloaf, may you rest in peace, Meatloaf. But
And Meatloaf has an actual name. His God-given name is not Meatloaf. I don't know his real name off the top of my head.
Okay, we're gonna.
But they were calling him Meat instead of. They were calling him.
It's okay, Meat. Calm down, Meat.
It was John Rich. Yeah. He was like, "Hey, Meat, calm down."
So
Meat.
funny. One of
Michael
the best
Lee a day. Michael Lee a day. That's. What
very close to Meatloaf.
Starts with an M.
Also, Mark McGrath going, hey guys, it's okay. That's probably my best part as well.
Shout out to Sugar Ray, though.
Was Sugar Ray in that season?
Oh, that's the lead. He was the lead singer of Sugar Ray.
Oh, okay. I'm like, Sugar.
So, okay. Yes.
Sure. All right.
Yes,
cool.
Moving on. Arden Cho also, if you haven't heard that name, neither did I, but she did a lot. She did Teen Wolf, Chicago Med, Pretty Little Liars, was raised in San Antonio, something that she's about to be in, a big Netflix series she is the star of, Partner Track, premieres on Netflix August 26th. She will be in that. Everyone's favorite, Chase Crawford. We know David loves Chase Crawford. I had to put him on the list. He was also in Kat's favorite show, Glee. Sure. Glee. Okay. Woody Harrelson. My dad only knows 2 people, David Spade and Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson, born in Midland.
Honestly, if you had to only pick 2, not bad choices. There are worse lists.
Kat, let me ask, who was your favorite that made the list? Was there anyone that caught your eye you absolutely didn't know?
The one that I absolutely didn't know? Well, I think the obvious answer is Carolyn Jones. That was the one I was the most delighted about. But let's be real, I had no idea about any of these people. So,
David, anyone that caught your eye? I have the list. I'm kind of scrolling through the list right there, but yeah.
I mean, I have to say, my favorite did not make the list.
Okay, here we go, Shady.
This was an ongoing argument for at least 2 days.
And
who was it?
My favorite is his name is Trey Anastasio, and he was born in Fort Worth, Texas. He serves as the lead singer of the American rock band Fish.
Cat's face, dude.
Well, I'm holding back a laugh, but honestly, I was kind of on David's side for this because I didn't know who that was.
And the band was originally from Vermont, so that's where they got their start whenever they went to college in Vermont. So I would have assumed, New Jersey, New Hampshire, Vermont area, but no, the lead singer is from Fort Worth, Texas. And if you want to hear some really good music, check out the July 1997 show from Raleigh. It is some of the best music you'll ever hear in your life.
I will check it out just for you, but
I don't believe you. It's better than Grease 2. It's better than Grease 2.
On what metric?
Please.
All of the metrics.
Yes.
Okay.
Every metric.
Enjoyability,
Yes.
camp. I highly
100%.
doubt that
it is not better than Grease 2.
100%.
I don't think that it's more campy than Grease 2.
They sing a song a cappella to end the set too. So I mean,
David,
that's the camp level, and it's better than Grease.
You like 40-minute songs.
I take that and I raise you reproduction.
Reproduction.
Okay.
No.
I'll get off my soapbox now.
I don't doubt that it's very good music.
Go July 22nd, 1997, Walnut Creek
I don't
Amphitheater.
think it can meet Grease 2 on every metric, but
It can't.
I do not doubt that there are some metrics that it can definitely claim.
It's not better than Grease 2, I could tell you that right now. Also, you would think I wouldn't be surprised that Eva Longoria is from Corpus Christi. I did not know that. And half of the newsroom was like, yeah, we knew that.
Yes.
I didn't. But
I did.
also,
Thank
I
you,
don't
Kat.
know anything.
And Farrah Fawcett.
And I just
Farrah
also
Fawcett delighted me.
Also want to go on the record. We missed a lot of iconic Houston rappers like Paul Wall and Chamillionaire, and Bun B, Pimp C, all those.
Houston has like 50 billion people.
Yeah, I just
statistically.
I have to rep my hometown.
You guys, the list would have been if I put everyone from Houston.
Yeah, that should have been your
massive.
story. Just all Houston people.
Yeah.
MyHighPlains.com.
Exactly.
David, when I first met David, he had said something to me about Houston. He's like, if you're from there, you could talk crud about it, right? But if you're not from there, you're not allowed to. Because I've had a lot of friends who visited Houston and they're like, man, this is not for me. Like, I don't think I could live there. I had a friend that moved there to go to school. She hates it. She's still there, but she's powering through.
Everybody I've ever met from Houston, actively and like wholeheartedly hates it, but also will die for it. I think it's kind of like, how in pop culture everybody kind of frames New Jersey that way.
Yeah.
I think that's just the New Jersey of the South.
Okay. David, considering we're doing debate, David, how do you want to defend Houston?
Oh, just one word.
Fish?
Or actually two.
Oh, I said fish.
Beyonce knows. I rest my case.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm just right here as you're saying that, a slideshow of Beyonce going across your face. Just like beautiful. I mean, that is a bit of a mic drop.
Yeah.
Like Beyonce's obviously a legend and she came from Houston. Okay, guys, we're going to end it right there. David had to run off. We have a lot of news coming in this morning, you guys. So
that is our job.
Yes, absolutely. So he ran off. So you'll see the empty chair there to go write something. I'm going to end it there. I want to thank David Gay for coming on again. Thank you so much, Kat, for being on, hanging out with us.
And for more local breaking and entertainment news, make sure to come to highplains.com.
Yes, we have all celebrity news, entertainment, national, local, everything Kat said.
And whatever we're currently writing right now.
Yes, absolutely. So keep an eye out for that. And thank you guys so much. Have an incredible weekend. And I will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.